To upload a video to YouTube, you need to press on this button here and go to Upload Video. Then find your file on your computer, click and drag it into this little area, and it's going to upload. Then it's going to come up with this process view. You will have more steps along the top if you have higher subscriber counts and you've unlocked monetization and things like that. The name that automatically comes here will be the name of your file. So a good strategy is to name your file with the name that you want your video to have. Then you have the description. You should have at least 200 characters, but you can add as much detail as you can. The trick here is that you want your keywords in your title and your description to match. This particular video of mine is going to be unlisted, so I'm not going to add that detail right now. Right here, very important, if you want clicks on your video, to add a custom thumbnail. The custom thumbnail should be something that attracts viewers' attention. And then I would recommend always adding your video to a playlist. Again, this is not going to be a public video, so I'm not going to add it to a playlist right here. But let's say that you do different types of content on your channel. Maybe you're playing different games, or you're making review videos or something like that. Add each one to a playlist and then use playlists later on to share with people. Actually, a playlist is a really good thing to include as a link to the description if people are interested in more of that type of content. Then legally, you need to tell people accurately if your content is made for kids. If your content is made for kids, it means there's some things that you can't do on your channel, but it also means that your video is more likely to get recommended to kids. If you click on more options here, you probably don't have paid promotion, but you definitely want to add tags. Tags are basically things that people are going to search for if they are looking for your video. Put the most specific things first and the more general ones later. Then I recommend doing closed captions. If you have a closed caption file, you can upload it, but I recommend doing that afterwards typically. You can add the recording date and location if you want to. Usually I don't, even on my bigger channel. And pick your license. So it will default to YouTube standard license, which is what a lot of creators use. If you want people to be able to copy your video, edit your video, and use it for whatever they want, including making money, then you can put Creative Commons attribution required. Pay attention to these little check marks. I usually just leave them like that. You want to pick a category for your videos. You can set this category at a channel level, but if you have different videos that fall into different categories, you can definitely do that here. My videos are almost always education. And then if you have comments on your videos, you probably want to hold potentially inappropriate comments for review instead of having all of the comments show up on your channel. I'm just going to hit next. For video elements, I usually skip this and do this later, but you do want to come back and add an end screen to your videos. And for cards, make sure that you only add them in the last third of your video because you don't want to send people away from your content early. The only exception would be if your video has bad audience retention in an area, I would add a card right before audience retention falls to try and send people to a different one of your videos. And then here, visibility. So you can make it private, which means that you have to add people if they're going to be able to watch it. Unlisted is what I usually use when I don't want people being able to find the video in search. What that means is people have to have the link in order to watch your video, but then you don't have to go through and add everybody individually. And then public is if you want everybody to be able to see it and if you want it to be able to come up in search. I don't use this premiere feature often, but basically what it is it will not release the video right away, but it will allow you and your viewers to watch and comment on the video, almost like a live video, if you will. Scheduling is actually the best if you want to release a video as public and you want to make sure that you're done processing it and everything in advance. I use the schedule option all the time. And just make sure that everything that you enter in here is accurate, and then you click save and it will pop up with a thing that tells you that it's processing probably, unless you've waited long enough when you're uploading it that it processes. And you can copy this link to share it with people if you would like. Sharing it on other forms of social media can be helpful to get more people to watch your video. I'm hoping that this has been helpful. Have a great rest of your day.